Okay, so hulle gee vir ons twee grafieke daar. Die een is 'n parabool en die ander een is 'n eksponensiële grafiek, and then they give you the point P, which is on both of the graphs. So just be sure that you guys see that if it has an exponent of 2, then it's a parabola. As 'n exponent 'n x is, dan is dit 'n eksponensiële grafiek. They mark them for you anyway. So this one is the exponential graph, so it has an exponent of x, and this one is the parabola. Dan sê hulle vir jou by 6.1 bereken die waardes van A en van B. So I'm going to work with the exponential graph. So it's y is equal to a to the power of x, and then I just substitute. Okay. So ek gaan stel nie daai punt in, met ander woorde, wat moet A wees? A must be equal to a half. En as jy kyk na die grafiek, sien julle hy het 'n dalende vorm, because this is between 0 and 1. Okay, goed, en dan doen ek net dieselfde by die parabool. So I've got y is equal to b1 squared. Onthou die kwadraat is net by die x. So the square is just for the x, not for the b as well. So b is also equal to half. Want ek het net gegaan en gesê 1 kwadraat is 1 en dan 'n half gedeel deur 1 bly half. Okay, so daar's my twee vergelykings. Then they say write the equation of the inverse of f in the form y is equal to. So ek gaan begin deur te sê by 6.2 f van x is net half tot die mag x. Do you guys agree? So I'm just going to write it in the form y is equal to half to the power of x. I haven't done anything with it yet. I haven't swapped anything around. Now I'm going to go and say that is x is equal to a half to the power of y, which we write as y is equal to log of x, of enige van daai twee. Sorry? Doesn't matter. If you went straight there, what did you write there? They actually do give the mark for that. Okay. But it's going to be complicated when you have to start solving for, maybe there's a point on the graph that you have to solve for something. Okay. Goed, en dan sê hulle verduidelik hoekom die inverse van g nie 'n funksie is nie. What do we write when something is not a function? It will not pass the horizontal line test. No? Vertical line test. Or you can say any one of those. Good. Are you okay? Yeah, man. Can I carry on to 6.4? Is almal al klaar met 6.4? Okay, goed. As ons praat van 'n parabool wat ons moet beperk dat sy inverse funksie nog steeds 'n funksie is, dan is dit mos net x is kleiner as of gelyk aan 0 of x is groter as of gelyk aan 0. Now as for both.
Why isn't it? Because in my mind, I saw the z to the negative 1, so I could put the line in the range. So isn't it y?
Isn't it what? 1.
Y, like y and not z.
No, they're asking you, how can you limit the original function? Gee twee maniere. give two ways in which you can in which the domain of G could be restricted to ensure that the inverse is a function. So you either have to restrict it to this arm or to this arm. And then the inverse will be a function. Okay. Goed, nou vir die volgende ene is dit van daai groter as of gelyk aan 0. So they say determine the values of x for which the inverse of f will be bigger than 0. So let's quickly look at the inverse of f. This is f. And on this graph, I'm going to draw the inverse as well. You okay? Okay, so this is 1. Nee? Hy sny mos nou daar by 1. Now they're looking for where this graph is bigger than 0. Nee? Yeah, bigger than 0. In other words, we're looking for where the orange graph is above the x-axis. Do you guys see? So it's from there to there. For all x values from 1 to 0. Do we include the 1? Read the question for that one, eh? They're only looking for bigger than 0. So they're not looking for bigger than or equal to. So vir daai ene lees ons die vraag om te bepaal. So ons gaan net sê x kleiner as 1, not equal to. If that was an equal to, then yes, this would have been an equal to as well. And then do we include the 0? Why not? It's an asymptote. Okay, so we don't include either of them, but for different reasons. Die een gaan ons nooit insluit nie, want hy's 'n asymptoot. Ons sluit nie die asymptoot in nie. And the other one you would include if the question asked it in such a manner that you had to include it. Okay. There's two different ways to do the next one. I'm going to show you the graphic way first because it's easier. They're saying for which values, or the x value, for which f of x minus 1 will be equal to g of x. Without doing any calculations, who can tell me what the answer is? What? That's only going to be one value. What are you saying? It's only going to be one value. Why is it 1? You guys are talking such nonsense. I mean, I want you to be brave, but at least like in the correct direction. Yes. It's not. It's only going to be one x value. Oh, you guys are just guessing. I'm going to show you what we do. Okay. Do you guys see that? Yes. He got the right answer, but he doesn't know why. Okay. Do you guys see this is f of x? Nee? So now they're saying f of x minus 1. Wat doen ons as ons minus 1 by grafieke? Ons skuif hom 1 waarde af. Do you guys agree? So if I move this graph one value down, it's going to look like this. Okay, that's not perfect, but the important thing is that you have to see that that moves one value down. There. Okay, so do you guys see that there, f of x, which has been translated, is equal to g of x? Sien julle dit? Nee? So hulle albei, hy lê dan op die parabool se draaipunt en die x waarde by daai draaipunt gaan wees by x is gelyk aan 0. Now, I think you can solve for this one with algebra as well. So let's try and do that. It will be half x squared minus 1 is equal to, no. No, you're not going to be able to solve for this one graphically. You might if you use logs. This boy's just saying whatever he wants now. Calculator seems like the right answer. Okay. Die rede hoekom ons gaan sukkel om hierdie ene te doen is omdat die een x is 'n grondtal en die ander x is 'n eksponent. So to do this one, let's see. No, it's not going to work. No. Okay. Almal happy met vraag 6. Good. I want you guys to carry on with